up and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to start off a little differently because it's been about 8 weeks since I've vlogged and there's a reason for it, but so much has happened. Plus at the end of my last video I told you that I would be giving you some juicy tea, which I highly intend to do that as well because really scary this week. On Wednesday at school, most of you guys know I work at the kids' school. One of the staff came to me and said that Emma had a coughing attack and couldn't breathe, so she was brought to me and she really could not breathe. My friend Kylie rushed over to my house to get her nebulizer so we could do a breathing treatment at school. I realized it wasn't really helping, so I called Pat since he's able to kind of work from remote places where I really can't, working out of school, so he came and got her and took her to urgent care. So they got to urgent care. Her oxygen was down to 83. If you guys don't know, your oxygen is supposed to be above 93 to 100. So 83 is really low and scary. So they gave her a steroid shot in the butt, which she obviously did not like. I wouldn't like that. And they gave her a breathing treatment and sent her home. By the time they sent her home, Landon and I were home from school/work, and Emma hadn't had a chance to eat snack because this had all started right before her lunchtime at school. So she was trying to sit there and eat veggie straws, but I noticed she literally could not eat and breathe at the same time. It was getting bad. And then she wanted to start laying down and she seemed really tired. I got really nervous, went to the bathroom, started a steam shower to see if that could help relax her lungs and just help her breathe. In the bathroom, she really scared me because she could not sit up. She just wanted to lay down. She couldn't keep her eyes open. So I ran out to the living room where Pat was and said, I'm running her to the emergency room, which is what I did. I threw her in the car as she was and ran her to the closest hospital, which, if you guys are smarter than me, don't ever do that. Look up a pediatrician hospital because this is where I totally screwed us. So I went to our hospital. Closest to us is Banner Gateway. So I went there, checked her in. They immediately ran her back. Her oxygen was 84. We did a COVID test, RSV test, and a flu test. All were negative. They did a chest x-ray and it showed that she had laced pneumonia. So it was like a viral pneumonia because if you have bacterial pneumonia, you're going to see one white spot on your lungs in an x-ray. Hers was lightly laced through both sides of her lungs, which is viral. So, not good. They gave her an IV bag. And then after the antibiotics, her oxygen was still, the number of oxygen was on a number 2, and her oxygen was still only at a 94, which is better, obviously, but not 97 to 100 where I would like it, obviously. So they said they wanted to observe her overnight because of her oxygen being so low. Problem with that, this is where I kind of screwed our whole family, is we had to be transported by an ambulance. I couldn't bring her into my car because there wasn't a medical professional able to watch her if her oxygen dropped too low or if anything happened in that quick 15-minute drive, which I totally understand. So her and I got in the back of an ambulance and was transported to another hospital with a pediatric level. On the way to that hospital in the ambulance, she threw up all over, and I think she just got motion sickness so we got to the hospital, and this is where COVID really sucks because Pat planned on staying the night with her. Asked the doctor if he could come up, and basically they wouldn't. All the rules at the hospitals was one parent allowed. So I had to leave Emma, who was 5, in her brand new hospital room that she just got to right out of an ambulance, go all the way downstairs, which everyone knows hospitals are huge, find Pat, and then Pat and I traded off. I took Landon, he went upstairs to Emma and stayed the night. She did good overnight. She had to be off oxygen for at least 8 hours and her levels stay above at least a 93 or 94, which she did. So I picked her up the next day, and then we just kind of took it easy. A couple of days after that, she was really mad at us that we didn't let her go to dance. She missed her Halloween party at school, but we played it safe and didn't want to be sorry. So that was our week with her. She definitely scared us. She is now on an inhaler 2 times a day for the rest of her life, and she's on a steroid for the next 3 to 5 days. So yeah, and then allergy medicine just to kind of help her with the seasons changing and all that. So that's what's been going on. Today's Saturday. She got out of the hospital on Thursday, so we let her try dance this morning. She did really good. So I think she's on the mend and we are all good to go. So, like I said, she had dance. Then we went to Panera Bread and got some lunch. And actually, in about 10 minutes, I have someone coming over to do a little consult on our pantry to see how much it would cost and what kind of stuff we need from the Container Store to actually organize our pantry because it's a mess. And I'll show you in a minute. And then, and I need to eventually get some cat food for the cats. That's another update is Coco is the last one that is getting adopted, and she is also getting adopted today, which is sad, but at least she will have a loving home. Yeah, that is the update. I'm going to show you my pantry real quick. It's embarrassing. I'm pretty sure most of you have seen it, but show you that, and then don't forget, I will update about the crazy cat lady story. Once Coco's picked up, it'll be like perfect timing because my hands are like literally washed from her. Just wait until you hear the story. The cat lady's crazy. Even Pat was like, what the hell? So, yeah, I'll show you the pantry. Okay, so currently this is our pantry. Things just thrown and shoved everywhere. Everyone loves our pantry, which so do I, but it's also very easy to just throw it in here and close the door. So, and it's really big to where you kind of need a lot to make it look nice and organized, in my opinion. So we'll see what she says when she comes over. Emma's teacher, one of her school teachers, dropped her off a little goodie basket from being in the hospital and missing their Halloween party. So she's doing a craft right now with a lot of glue. This is all glue.
But this one's not.
Can they see your outfit? This is one of Emma's leotards that she took her company pictures in. Turn around. See your hair? Spiderweb hair. Whoa. Okay. Well, I can't see it that way. And then Coco, wherever she is. Oh, here she is. Someone is, well, the person from our neighborhood, I shouldn't just say someone, is going to come get Coco right now, right? And then I'm going to plug right here a surprise video where Lola went. I told you guys she went to one of Emma's dance friends, and that was a surprise for her. So I also videoed that, so I'll put that in here so you can see how that surprise worked. Mommy has a surprise for you in my car.
Look.
Come on.
That's yours.
What's her name? Do you see it?
She's so cute.
Lola. Isn't she so cute? Yeah.
You get to take her
She's
home.
so
You want to take her home with us? Yeah.
She's so
What do you
cute.
say to Karie?
Thank you.
You're welcome. You know how hard of a secret that was to keep from you? I've known for a long time.
Ever since she got lifted. And that's so cool. So maybe that's why I have a cat toy in the back of my car. It wasn't really for Penny, it's for Lola.
All right, and I think I'm gonna try to convince Pat to go to American Furniture Warehouse or Living Spaces today to look at patio furniture because we decided to do a Friendsgiving the weekend before Thanksgiving. But here's the patio all done. We have our plants in, the lights, which I think you guys have seen, and the pool's all cleaned up, ready for some pebble tech, and then we are all done. So it should be done by this week. Just brought Pat to American Furniture Warehouse. Do you know what we're doing?
Furniture shopping?
What kind of furniture?
Patio furniture?
Mm-hmm.
Because our pool is almost ready.
And we're doing Friendsgiving.
Ready?
It is ready?
Yeah.
Are you gonna go swimming in it?
Yeah.
We'll see how that works. You wanna go sit on some couches?
Sure.
I can't believe you're still in your dance outfit.
Yeah.
Made the patio section. Don't put your feet on anything. What is this in the middle? Is that a fire pit too? Oh yeah. No, it's a fire. Well, yeah, that was a complete bust. So,
On to the next one.
actually we're on to PetSmart to buy Bentley and Sky food.
On to PetSmart.
And then dinner, and then decorating pumpkins. Found a new restaurant to check out on Yelp and just realized that that building right there is the hospital we went to. That does not have a pediatric floor.
Hey, Dad.
What's up,
Jeez Louise.
There's ice cream.
That's
No
not
ice cream dinner.
No, ice
Dinner
cream's right
first.
there.
Got really excited when they had poutine fries on the menu. Emma and Landon, of course, got chicken strips and fries because that's all they eat. And Pat got wings because that's all he eats. Okay, we just got home and I put the paint and glitter paint on the plates for the kids. And Landon's going to town. So while they paint this, I think I'm gonna finally give them all the tea about the crazy cat lady.
What about the crazy cat? Oh.
Oh, you
You're
want to
gonna
be
spill
in
the
it?
tea.
I'm gonna spill it. You want to be in on it?
Yeah.
I'll let you take this one.
Okay. Okay, hi. So I had to come into the office because with those kids painting those pumpkins, they are getting loud and crazy like kids do. But we're finally at the part of the video where I'm going to serve you all the juicy tea, and I'm so excited because Coco just went to her new home and I have no ties now with this crazy cat lady. For those of you that are new to my channel, I'm going to explain to you how she kind of got into the situation with us. So if you're new here, I have one cat, Sky. She was pregnant. We did breed her with my next door neighbor, boy cat, and she only had one baby. She had a stillborn, which like hurt us all. I told Emma that she was going to be able to keep one of her kittens, and then Sky was crying and searching for the baby kitten after birth, and it was just a sad, sad thing. So the next day, I actually posted on Facebook that I was looking for newborn kittens so Sky can feel like a mom, and then whoever's newborn kittens didn't have a mom, they would still get to breastfeed and be nourished and taken care of by another mom cat. So posted on Facebook, and then this lady, I won't say her name, we'll just go with the cat lady, messaged me and said she works with the rescue, and someone actually just came to her and said that they had 3 or 4 day old kittens whose mom abandoned them. So I was like, awesome, great. So got in contact with her, who got in contact with the other lady. They lived an hour and a half away, jumped in my car literally that minute, drove an hour and a half away, and got these baby kittens. Brought them home to Sky. She accepted them right away. They nursed, she cleaned them, the whole 9 yards. So this cat lady came over the first time to kind of tell me how everything was going to work and meet the babies and all this stuff. She lives maybe 15 minutes from me and said, since you're so close, I would love to come to your house and vaccinate and deworm them and everything like that. I would only need you to take them in to the clinic when they need to be spayed and neutered, but I can come to you anytime. And since you are doing this through the shelter, all of mom cat and baby cats' food, litter, product supplies, whatever they needed was going to be covered. Perfect situation, right? So it was all going good. She came over, she did vaccines, even though every time we scheduled an appointment, she was either late, forgot about it, or had to reschedule. One of the times that was really bad was when I was in California with my friends for my birthday, and Pat was going to meet her. She was coming here because one of the times, another story, go back a little bit. One of the times she came over to vaccinate the kittens, and she literally went all the way through both sides of stone, like the mane, the back of the neck. She went through both sides of stones, and the medicine completely went all over the carpet. So she went through all the skin. So she was going to have to come back because she didn't have any more of the medicine with her, the vaccine with her. And I was like, that's fine. I was out of town with my friends in California and Disneyland. Pat was going to meet her. He had no issue doing that. She said she was going to be there at 5. He was like, okay. It's like 5:30. And he texts her and says, hey, I was going to put the kids in the bath, but figured I'd wait until you got here do you have an ETA? She said she forgot and that she would be here at home in an hour. Well, by 7:30, 2 hours, she got there. So then Pat was all mad because he still hadn't given the kids a bath. He was waiting for her to show up. It was like a big mess. So fast forward. So it was all fine besides the rescheduling, never showing up, or being late. It was all going good. And then until like the last 2 weeks. So she comes over for the last vaccine and she says, what day is best for you to get them fixed? And I said, Fridays are the best. All I really have are my chiropractor appointments. I don't work. The kids don't have school. So we try to get everything in on Friday. She said, okay. She texted me Monday night saying that she made the appointment at 7 a.m. Friday, blah, 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 blah. Whatever, that was fine. Whatever, she made the appointment for me, okay. She then tells me that I'm going to need 4, this is Monday night, 4 hard shell kennel carriers for each kitten when they get fixed. And I said, well, I have one. I could probably see if my neighbor has one because I know she has kittens and a big cat and whatever. Obviously takes them to the vet. But do you have 2? And, you know, products and everything was included. And she said, yeah, I have 2 that I can try to get to you today. I'll put them in the back of my car. So, okay, perfect. Well then, sorry, that must have been Sunday night. Monday night, she texted me saying that, asking me if I found 2 hard carriers. And I said, well, I got one for my neighbor, and then the one I have, I was gonna use your 2. And she said, oh, well, my 2 aren't available anymore. Myself is using one, and then another foster. And I was like, that's weird. You kind of already told me that I was gonna be able to use them, so that was weird already. And then since she pays for food and litter, anytime I go and buy it, I just send her the receipt and she reimbursed me. Well, I sent her a receipt on Saturday, and Monday night when we were texting back and forth about the carriers, she said, I'll also get you that reimbursement. Perfect. Only $22, not a big deal, but it is covered, so it is nice to be reimbursed. So then I'm kind of like, what the heck? You said I could get 2 carriers from you and blah, blah, blah. So I'm irritated. And then she's like, you can go to PetSmart. And mind you, this whole thing is when Pat was out of the country. So I had no help, 2 toddlers, work, dance, all the things. She said, you can go to PetSmart and buy 2 and then return them when you're done using them. And I said, I have no time to go to PetSmart this week. Like, I'm completely booked this week. I don't have my husband to help me. There's just no way. And so I said, could you like buy 2 and give them to me, and then the foster keeps using them because clearly you still need kennels. And again, products are covered, and I didn't think it was up to me to really find these kennels, especially the couple days before. So she said no, because the shelter has no need for them. And I was like, okay. And then she sends me a link for like Tractor One Supply or something and said 1-day delivery, it could be mailed to your house if you buy it today. And I was like, okay, but this also says no returns, and I don't need a kennel. Like, I don't need these kennels. The kittens need the kennels to get fixed, which you told me everything was covered, and now it's this big drama scene about these 2 kennels. So I was like, okay, can you buy it with the shelter credit card and have it delivered to me, and then I can just give it to you and done. She didn't want to do that. So she wanted me to go buy it with my own money and then hopefully be able to return it if I wasn't going to be able to return it, I didn't have a need for them. Plus, I didn't have time to go out there to buy them and then go back and return it. Like, those are just so many extra steps that were not included. And then she starts getting sassy and threatens me to come take the kittens away. So, which, if you know me, don't threaten me. And I've done everything right by these kittens. These kittens have been spoiled. My cat has been taking completely care of them. There has been no issue until this kennel thing. And honestly, it's on you because you told me you were going to give me the 2 and then you did something else with them a couple days before the appointment. So she threatened me that she was going to come take the kittens away from me because I was not properly able to care for them if I could not get them to their appointment on Friday in 4 different individual cages. And I told her I held up my end, I had mine, and I got my neighbors, and I was just counting on her, blah, blah, blah. And then I told her it wasn't right that she threatened me because of how much I've done. And mind you, like, my friends have seen these text messages. This lady would say one thing, like the kennel thing, you can have them. Oh, I'm using them. Oh, you can have them. You'll see. So I told her it wasn't right that she was threatening me, and I am not okay with that, and all these things. Like, I found adopters for these kittens. I've taken care of them, the whole 9 yards. She came back and said, I didn't threaten you. We would never take away kittens that weren't being properly cared for. You love these kittens. These kittens are so healthy and taken care of because of you, blah, blah, blah. I was just saying that if you can't make the appointment, I'm going to have to come take them. And I'm like sitting there scratching my head like, weird. Okay. And then she said, you can come to my house on Thursday to get the other 2 carriers when you come and bring one of the kittens for their blood draw. And I was like, blood draw? Thursday? What are you talking about? Like, I would have never committed to anything on Thursday because this specific Thursday, again, Pat was out of the country. I was subbing for another teacher, so it was an extra long work day, and Emma had acro right after. So I knew there was no way I would have ever done anything on Thursday. I was like, there's no way. And she's like, you need to bring me a kitten by Thursday. I have someone coming to help me draw their blood to test for some feline disease. And I was like, you didn't ask me. And I kept telling her, my husband's out of the country. I can't do Thursday. I have this, and this. She came back at me that she works 60 to 70 hours a week. She has 3 kids. She owns her own business, and then she helps the shelter. And then told me that fosters need to understand that being a foster means you need to be flexible. And I'm like sitting there thinking, well, if you work at the shelter and you're helping fosters and all those things, so you be flexible, and you've kind of like let down your side of things. So that's where I was just like, okay, well, I still can't make it there on Thursday because this was never told to me. She's like, well, I have the kennels outside. You can come get them. And I'm like, okay, I can't come to you Thursday, but you're not processing this. So I'd already told her the kittens are going to be there. My friend Allie drove all the way from Ahwatukee to bring me 2 kennels because she's amazing. I have amazing friends. So I didn't even text this lady back. I told her that we were going to be at the appointment. That's all she needed to know. And that was that. Well, she then decided to tell me that I had until October 29th to bring or find Coco an adopter, or I would have to take Coco into their PetSmart location and wait for someone to adopt her. I'm not taking Coco into a PetSmart all by herself just to sit in a glass cage and wait for someone to adopt her. I don't think that's right. And she was still nursing, so I don't know why I had a timeline on when to get rid of her. She's still nursing, whatever. So yeah, that was basically the crazy cat lady story. All products and supplies and everything were supposed to be provided, I guess you could say. And everything was, I'd go out and buy food and litter. And even though it took a day or a couple days to get my reimbursement, it always came through. And then the kennel issue came, and it was just like, phew. So going back to the kennel issue, actually, now that I mentioned reimbursements, so I kept saying, hey, I still haven't gotten that reimbursement from Saturday's receipt that, you know, she said on Monday she was getting reimbursed. And she said, yeah, I have no problem reimbursing that for you, but when is there a way I could come get my scale? That's not the shelter's, that's mine, and came out of my pocket. And I said, yeah, come and get it. Let me know when's a good time, and I'll be perfectly fine setting it outside for you. Okay, and then no text back because I guess I was too willing to do what she wanted, and she had nothing to fight back on. So then the next day I asked her about the reimbursement. I said, hey, that reimbursement never came through. I'm more than happy to put the bowl outside for you. And she went on to proceed of, well, do you know when Coco has a home? And it's like, what does that have to do with anything? Why are you making this difficult? So I won't tell you word for word about the whole conversation because this is already 13 minutes long. So cat lady is crazy. I think she wanted to, at one point she told me, us moms, we're moms and we tend to figure things out, so figure out your schedule. And I was like, any backhandle lady? Because yeah, I'm one mom with a 3 and 5 year old. You're a mom with your husband at home, and you have a 16, 15, and 10 year old. I think that's a lot different. I think I could have used some help even when you promised me that you were going to bring them to me and then told me that someone else was using them and then said I could have them again, but I had to come to you and all these things. So that was my crazy cat lady story. And now I can wash my hands from her because the kittens are all at their safe homes to people we know and not at PetSmart. And Bentley's with us and his papers are all taken care of. So yeah, I guess my word of advice is don't be a foster parent if the shelter's crazy or has crazy people working for them. Yeah. So it really sucks because I really loved that experience and the kitten, having the baby kittens and watching them grow up and watching Sky be a mom and them nursing was the cutest thing. I'd watch them nurse all the time. But yeah, I won't do that again. It was a great experience and it was definitely a one-time experience, so that's that. But on that note, with this video being so long, I'm going to end it here. If you like it, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.